Hello everybody, welcome back to Shaw Racing Collects, where today we have another video.
You yelled that really loud. Today we have, for our package from the YouTube, we have, can't see his real name, he doesn't have a real name. We have a break result from JG50, awesome channel. And we have a really cool package from TCDB, or whoops, let's go the right way up, Wortman 96. But first, backed by unpopular demand, just because he was sitting in the chair and it's his turn, we have JR, pretty boy wearing a toque in the house when it's frickin' warm, Shaw, singing,
I don't know, figure it out. That's a pretty good title, alright, ready?
Singing Here Comes the Postman.
No, I'm singing, I don't know, figure it out.
Alright.
Why am I doing this?
I don't know.
Exactly. Why are we doing this?
Because we do it for every video.
Exactly.
Okay, are you going to start singing the song anytime soon?
That was the song.
No, because you're supposed to be singing the song. Not talking.
Alright. Why are we doing this? I don't understand. What are we doing? We're doing the mail day song. The mail day song is good because that means that we got some mail, and if we have some mail, that means we can film, and if we film a video, that means Dad will get mad at us because we have to reach a certain quota by every Wednesday.
A quota?
Yes.
No, we need to get the mail gone, because when Mom and Dad come back from Florida, we're going to have a lot of mail to do again, so let's get rid of this stuff now, and then we'll be okay.
Yes, but...
Mail day! That was like the worst mail day song ever. I told you to think about a song. I wouldn't think.
It's because you were talking on Snapchat with my calculator.
Today's... talking on Snapchat through his calculator?
No, through my calculator.
So today's package is from JG50. JG50 has 659 subscribers. He does a lot of breaks, mostly done up through eBay and Discord. But he does JPK. He did a JPK case break, and it was freaking awesome. But he does a lot of baseball. He does hockey. He does basketball. There's so much really cool stuff on there. Go check it out. Get into one of his breaks. They're very, very well. The prices are really, really good, and there's a lot of fun. There's always some guests on there on his panel. He does tons of giveaways. He does free breaks as well. So go check him out, sub him up, get into one of his breaks, and see what you get. So, in his breaks, or in the one break he did, we got to pick 3 teams. It was 2022 update. Topps update, and I think it was update Chrome as well, or it's just Chrome. Anyway, here's what we got. We had your team, my team, and his team. So we had
we had the...
You might want to drop the camera.
We had the Toronto National Orioles.
The National Orioles from Toronto? You're crooked.
The National Toronto Jays.
That would be...
The Nationals, Toronto.
The National Baltimore Jays? Oreo Jays? Oreo Jays?
The nationally Oreo-flavored Jays.
Sure.
Okay, we got Ramon Oris.
Urias?
Dylan Tate. Infield crew. Yusei Kikuchi.
No, Yusei Kikuchi.
Bradley Zimmerman.
Zimmer, not Zimmerman.
Eric Fody. Nelson Cruz, Iri Adranza,
Cesar Hernandez.
Yep, and Sean Doolittle.
And in the Chrome,
Keeper Ruiz, Ryan Zimmerman, John Means, Alec Manoa. We got Jose Barrios. Is it Blinding by the Light?
Yes.
Okay. We got Hyun-Jin Ryu. We got Lord El Gurriel Jr. We got George Springer. And we got Teoscar Hernandez.
Oscar Hernandez. And for rookies,
Got a rookie card of Gosuk Kaho.
Kosuke Kato.
Okay. Rookie card of Lucius Fox.
Lucius Fox.
Rookie card of Raylan Brannon.
Bannon.
Rookie card of Kyle Badish.
Bradish.
Rookie card of Felix Batista.
Batista. You add R's when they're not there, and you take them out when they are there.
Jeez.
So thank you so much, JG.
It's
Awesome break. Hopefully we can get in another one soon. Now we have a huge trade that I made with a TCDB member. I can't get these in the bag. They don't want to cooperate. 1 second, please. The number you reach is no longer in service.
All right.
Okay, so we have a huge TCDB trade with Bill Wertman, better known on the TCDB as Wertman 96. 96? 96. And he did up this is just a regular card box. I don't know if he got Mac tack or what he did, but he put the checkered flag all around, which is really cool. But I forgot to tell him not to put the value. He valued the cards at $133.98, which I think he said he figured it out like 2 cents a card or something like that. It was a big trade. But we ended up paying an extra $27.30. Oh, you can't read it. Another $27.32 because he went so high. We got to pay duty fees and GST. So, word of advice: if you're shipping to Canada, don't put the value is more than $25. Otherwise, we got to pay a heck of a lot more. And now that they put that stupid the sticker on there for the extra charges, it covers 3/4 of his awesome wrapping job. So, this is a NASCAR trade, which I'm really excited for because we got some really sick cards. For those of you who don't know a lot about NASCAR, or only know about nowadays NASCAR, go ahead. That is actually Ryan Blaney's dad when he used to run in the sprint cars, the World of Outlaws.
Dave Blaney,
Yep.
Andy Hellenberg, Larry Pearson, Darrell Waltrip,
DW.
Harry Gant,
Don't you put an R in there like your brother.
Jimmy Fennig,
Buddy Parrott.
Brandon Baker, Bob
Tullius. You're kind of crooked when you do that. There he is.
Richard Childress, Greg Sachs, Tony Sopanos,
No, it's not Sapa. It's just Spanos.
Not Sapra?
Mike Beam, Jack Roush,
Man, is he young there.
Hut Strickland,
Yep.
Leo Jackson, Rick Hendrick,
That is Rick Hendrick, as in Mr. Hendricks. Dale Inman, Richard Petty's cousin.
Brad Teague,
Yep, you're doing awesome.
Richard Broom,
Yep.
Checklist,
Let's go.
JD McDuff,
E.
Harry Melling,
Yep.
Phil Barkdahl, Leonard Wood,
From the famed Wood Brothers.
Gary Nelson, Ben Hess, Larry McReynolds,
How's that for a young pitcher? He has hair.
Darryl Bryant, Kenny Bernstein,
King of Speed.
Doug Richard,
Richard. Yep.
Blake Speed, Tim Morgan,
Lake Speed. That is an awesome racing name.
Oh man, it would have been better if he liked.
are they like
Who?
related or
No,
something?
what it is if you look at it, no, look at the name. One's an error, one's the correct.
Which one's the correct?
Larry McClure.
Waddle Wilson,
Awesome crew chief.
Tommy Ellis,
Goo Goo.
Buddy Baker,
Yep.
Kenny Wallace, Butch Miller,
A lot of really old names I
Dan
remember.
Ford, David Evans, Ken Thompson, Robert
Gee.
Gee, Jerry Schweitz, Barry Dodson, Mike Hill, Junior Johnson.
Junior Johnson.
Chuck Ryder. Dennis Conner. Jimmy Hensley. Doug Williams. Mark Stahl. Rick Mast. Tommy Houston. Bill Engel. Harry Hyde.
Harry Hyde.
Butch Mock.
Bob Jenkins. Hall of Fame announcer.
Ned Jarrett.
Ken Squire, another Hall of Fame announcer.
Chris. Kamaki. Kamaki. Mike Joy. Barney Hall. Winston Kelly.
Race number 1. That's Darryl doing the Icky Shuffle. One and only time he won the Daytona 500. This here, the race was actually snowed out. That's snow on the racetrack.
Where's the race?
Rockingham? No. Let me see. Race was in Richmond, Virginia. There's Davey Allison.
1989 race 9. Then Winston.
Winston, that's when he told him to choke on it.
1989 race 10. 1989 race 13. 1989 race 19. 1989 race 20. 23.
Yep.
24.
There's Richard and Kyle Petty.
26.
That is Michael Waltrip's car. Eco Boom. And
Checklist.
let's go. Woo! Actually, let's do this first. This here is actually the factory set of 1991 Max Race Cards Ford Motorsports. This is a whole set that's strictly Ford. Yep. I'm going to put them back in when you're done.
Bill Elliott.
Stroker Bill.
Davey Allison.
Yep.
Wally Dallenbach Jr.
Yep.
Sterling Marlin. Mark Martin. Morgan Shepherd. Alan Kwiecki. Dale Jarrett. Jeff Bodine. Chad Little. Robert Yates.
Car owner.
Jack Roush.
Car owner.
Bud Moore.
Car owner.
Harry Melling.
Car owner.
Wood Brothers.
Awesome team.
Junior Johnson.
Yep.
Chuck Little. Junie Dunleavy.
Larry McReynolds with hair. Robin Pemberton. Donnie Wingo. Mike Beam. Ernie Elliott. Paul Andrews. Leonard Wood. You're getting down just a little bit. Harry Hyde. These are all the crew chiefs now. Are you perfect? Tim Brewer. No, you're good right there, dude. We got Charlotte Thunder. And the number 9 Thunderbird. Number 28 Thunder Chicken. We got the number 90 Thunder Chicken. 22 Thunderbird. 6 Thunderbird. 15 Thunderbird on 2 wheels. We got Alan Kwiecki's 7 Thunderbird. Morgan Shepherd in the 21 Thunderbird. Jeff Bodine in the 11 Thunderbird. I was going to say you could probably, there you go. There you go. The 19 Thunderbird. Legends Action. And the PMI FMS Racing Team. It's a pretty cool set. Okay, now I'm going to give you actually, you know what? I'll give you put it in half. Because he gave us almost a full set of the one. And I mean almost a full set. We've got, these are unlicensed cards. But they're
Davey
really,
Allison.
really cool. Davey Allison.
Jeff Bodine. Derek Cope. Dale Earnhardt. Bill Elliott. Ernie Irvin. Mark Martin. Richard Petty. Rusty Wallace.
Actually a nice looking set.
Kenny Schrader. Alan Bestwick.
Now we're on the tracks.
Michael Andretti.
Got to go doing some IndyCar.
Mike Groff. Dean Hall. Gary Bettenhauser.
Perfect.
Willie T. Ribbs. Scott Pruitt. Bobby Rahal.
Real.
Phil Kruger.
Ari Lyondike.
Michael Greenfield.
He's got a tough name.
Guido Dacco.
Guido Dacco.
Kevin Coggan,
Coogan.
Danny Sullivan, Mark Dismore, Emerson Fittipaldi,
Perfect.
Al Unser Jr.,
Yep.
Mario
It's
Andretti,
me.
Johnny Parsons Jr., Dennis
Vitolo.
Jeff Wood,
Rick Mears.
Rick Mears,
Pancho Carter.
Michael Andretti, Jeff Andretti, the Andretti family,
That is the
Jen Norm,
and Schwarzkopf, General Norman Schwarzkopf. He was a general in the army.
Rich Vogler,
Vogler.
Coasto,
Perfect.
Lewis Meyer, Johnny Parsons, Lloyd Ruby, Bill Vukovic Jr.,
Perfect.
Lee Kunzman, Larry Rice, Bobby Rahal, Steve Chasey, Al
Unser Jr.
Jerry McCart,
Tammy Kirk.
Tammy, such a woman's name.
It's because it is a girl.
That looks like a dude.
This is like a local. This would be like Flambeau Speedway making cards. Buckshot Jones. Ron Barfield. Dave Bonnet.
Andy Houston. Mike Dillon.
Mike Dillon, which is the Dillon kid's dad.
And
We got
then whatever the other one is.
Ty. Actually, you can look at it. He really looks like Ty. Or Ty really looks like him.
And that's
Cartoon Miller.
The legitimate draft, which is Rusty Wallace.
Felix Sabates.
Sabatis.
Dick Hutcherson.
We
Mike
got
Beam.
the Maxwell House set.
Number 22. Ricky Rudd.
Ricky.
Ernie Irvin. Morgan Shepard. Alan Kowicki. Brett Bodine. Richard Petty. Alan Kowicki.
Champion. Then he
Aaron
died the
Gant.
next year.
Ricky Beard. Rusty Wallace. Brett Bodine. Ted Musgrave. Rick Mast. Hutch Strickland. Todd Bodine. Bobby Hillen Jr.
Mark Martin.
6. 16.
Who died?
Jeff
You seriously
Gordon.
Did you seriously just do that?
It fell off.
You think? Good thing we gotta put them back in order. Okay, you need to get Jeff Gordon off the thing. People are gonna die.
30.
Mikey Waltrip. Okay, there's your next pile. This is basically this whole set he sent us.
Richard Jackson. Jack Roush. Junior Johnson. Glenn Wood. Leo Jackson. George Bradshaw. 1. Don Miller. Donnie Reichson. Doug Richard. Terry Labonte and Bobby Labonte.
They're brothers.
Jeff Burton.
Chuck Bowen.
Chuck Brown.
Bowen. No R.
Mike Wallace. Gary Nelson. Phillips, Brooks, and Kelly.
Here's Chocolate.
Danny Myers.
They call him Chocolate.
Waddell Wilson. Kyle Petty. Ernie Irvin. Jeff Bodine. Dale Jarrett. Wally Dallenbach Jr. Jimmy Means. 2. 8. 21. 28. Bill Stavola.
Perfect. And the Stavola brothers.
Darryl Waltrip.
DW.
Darryl Waltrip.
DW.
Chuck Ryder. Don Levy.
Yep.
Gary DeHart.
DeHart.
Donnie Wingo. Robin Pemberton.
Yep.
Jeff Hammond. Butch Miller. Ricky Craven. Richard Petty.
The King.
Joey Knuckles.
That's his name.
Jim Bound. Ricky Rudd. Ernie Irvin. Jeff Bodine. Dick Trickle. Dave Marcis. Rick Wilson. Number 12. 25. 44. Joe Gibbs.
Joe Gibbs, coach. Next up,
Felix Abates.
Sabatis. Buddy Parrott.
Mike Bean. Mike Hill.
Yep.
David Green. Jeff Gordon.
With his porn stash.
Tom Peck. Bernie Hill. Eli Gold.
That's
Pete Wright.
That's Pete Wright.
Morgan Shepherd. Ted Musgrave. Jimmy Hensley. Bodine Bobsled.
He actually designed bobsleds for the USA bobsledding team. A race car driver did.
17.
That's Daryl.
The way bobsled designs bobsleds?
No,
33.
Bodine.
Ugh.
Right again.
Rick Hendrick.
Bill Davis. Cale Yarborough. All time, you're getting a little low with these. JR likes to go high, you like to go low.
Paul Andrews. Ray Evernham. Dave Fuge. Ward Burton.
Ward Burton.
And Jimmy Spencer.
Mr. Excitement. Next pile. Trade you.
Danny Glad. David Smith. Darryl Waltrip. Brett Bodine. Michael Waltrip. Jeff Gordon. 18. Bobby Allison. Barry Dodson. Doug Hewitt. Bobby Labonte. Neil Bonnet. Jimmy Fennig. Kyle Petty. Rusty Wallace. Michael Waltrip. 4. 26. 68. Larry Hedrick. Howard Comstock.
Yep.
Robbie Loomis. Steve Grissom.
Doing great.
Shelton Pittman. Jimmy
His
Johnson.
name's Pittman. And you know what he was?
Pit driver, Pittman.
No, pit crew chief.
Mark Martin. Ken Schrader. Bobby Labonte. Bud Moore. Tony Glover. Troy Bebo.
Phoebe. Tracy Leslie.
Will Lind. Harry Gant.
Handsome Harry.
Ken Schrader. 5. 90. Billy Hagan. Larry McReynolds. Richard Lasaster. Eddie Wood. Sterling Marlin. Kenny Wallace. Steve Meal. Kenny Wallace. Andy Petrie. Morgan Shepherd. 15. Robert Yates. Joe Nemechek. Jack Sprague. Kenny Bernstein.
King of Speed. Tommy Houston. You got one pile left after that.
Mark Martin. 22. Leonard Wood.
Got to meet him.
55. Sterling Marlin. Dale Jarrett. 42. Junior Johnson. Dale Jarrett. Joe Gibbs. Jimmy Makar. Jimmy Brewer.
Yeah.
Len Wood. Ned Jarrett. Roger Penske. Doug Williams. Hutch Strickland.
Now this is a different set.
Alan Kwiecki.
See the difference?
Ricky Rudd. Yep. Silver Series.
Yeah.
Darrell Waltrip.
This is basically, he gave us almost a full parallel set too.
Rusty Wallace. Brett Bodine. Ted Musgrave. And number 6.
Mark Martin. Last pile.
Yeah, I got a taggy one.
You know what? Taggy Waggy?
Tag you in.
I heard Taggy
Dad.
Waggy.
Come on, Dad.
Okay, you want me to read them or are you gonna?
I got it.
That's Jeff Gordon.
It's obvious.
Obvious. Michael Waltrip.
I can read it if it has their names on it.
Okay. I'll see if I can name the cars.
That's Richard Jackson.
Yeah, that's Michael's uncle.
I doubt it.
You can't see the resemblance?
I can now. Jack Roush. Junior Johnson. Glenn Wood. Leo Jackson.
Rick Mast. You know there's only like one at a time, eh? You trying to see if I'm wrong?
Yes.
You have no faith in your father.
Correct. Ken Wilson.
Yep.
Donnie Richardson. Doug Richard.
Yep.
Jeff Burton.
That was Jimmy Hensley.
Nope.
Oh, who was it?
Derek Cope.
Cope the Dope.
Phillips, Brooks, and Kelly.
Yep.
Then we got Waddell Wilson. Alan Kwiecki. Kyle Petty. Ernie Irvin.
Swervin' Irvin.
Jeff Bodine. Dale Jarrett. Wally Dahlbeck Jr. Jimmy Means. Father.
That's Rusty Wallace.
Well, I know you're right, but...
That's Hutch Strickland.
Nope.
Sterling Marlin.
Yep.
That's Morgan Shepherd. Ernie Irvin.
Nope. Davey Allison.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
This is 93, Dad.
Well, this is actually the year he dies as well. Both Alan and
Come on.
Davey died.
You got it. Phil Parsons. Darrell Waltrip. We got Chuck Ryder. Junie Dunlavy. Ken House. Butch Miller. Ricky Craven. Richard Petty. Joe Morgan and Alan Bestwick. We got Jim Bowen. Davey Allison. Dick Trickle. Carr.
That's Richard Petty. No, actually, that's not. That is. Oh my God. I don't remember.
Rick Wilson.
Okay.
That wasn't who you were gonna guess?
No.
Then we got Bobby Parrott. Mike Hill. Richard Petty.
The King.
Dale Inman. We got Barney Hill and Eli Gold. Jimmy Hensley. Bobsled. Bill Davis. Kelly Yarborough. Ray Evernham. Dave Fudge. David Smith. Darrell Waltrip. Carr.
That's Kenny Wallace.
Bobby Allison. Richard Petty.
The King.
Barry Dodson. Doug Hewitt. Bobby Labonte. Bobby Dotter. Neil Bonnet, Jimmy Fenning, Kyle Petty, Larry Hendrick, Robbie Loomis, Steve Grissom, Shelton Pittman, Bobby Labonte, Bud Moore, Tony Glover, Kenny Schrader, Carr.
Oh shoot, that's not Daryl. Ricky Rudd.
Yep. Billy Hagan, Richard Laysetter,
Lassiter.
Larry McCure,
McClure.
Kenny Wallace, Andy Petrie, Morgan Shepard, Robert Yates, the Wood family, Tommy Hudson, Leonard Wood, Carr.
That is Hensley, maybe? No, Hutch Strickland.
It's Ted Musgrave.
Close.
No, it wasn't. Sterling Marte, Dale Jarrett, Carr.
Alan Kowicki.
Yep.
Kyle Petty.
Yep. Junior Johnson, Jimmy
Maker.
Maker, Tim Brewer, Ned Jared, Roger Penske, Doug Williams, and Hutch Strickland. Ta-da!
Thank you so much. Workman 96. Bill, these are awesome. I appreciate them so much. It's hard to find NASCAR stuff up here. So any chance I can trade on the TCDB for them, I do.
With my exception.
With JR's approval. Which he don't think he's ever said no yet. Oh, I think he did like 3 times.
Said no, I think 3 times this year.
Mm-hmm. So if everybody would...
Who did we even shout out?
Please go sub up to JG50. Thanks again for awesome break results. Hopefully I can get in another one soon. Everybody please go sub him up and hopefully get into one of his breaks. With that, we want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks to JG50 and to Workman96. The card we chose for the break, the card of the break is the World of Outlaws, Dave Blaney, before he got into NASCAR. He hasn't had the success that Ryan had, but he was still a dang good driver. With that, I want to thank you and
Have a fucking good day, everybody.
thanks everybody.
Goodbye.